gentlemen. Good to see you all here. An abysmal night for all of us. You can tell by the faces. KJ, absolutely horrendous on every level. Give me your thoughts, mate.
Yeah, I am so annoyed. My head's gone. I'm so frustrated because this was a chance for us to prove that what we're going to be on this season, the chance to show that, yeah, like the Premier League, like, yeah, we are a team that you're going to have to be worried about. But no, again, we just fail every single time when there's a chance to capitalize on an opposition team and all the rival teams around us dropping points, a chance to actually climb up the table and put ourselves in a position where we're like, okay, cool, we're taking strides forward. We always fail. And it's been frustrating me for the longest time. It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic that they can come into this game and not perform to the levels that we needed them to. Not to put in the effort, not to put in the bravery. Because I saw a lot of cowardice today. A lot of cowardice today. It was frustrating. From the manager to the players, or everyone, cowardice. No runner, like who was running at their man? Who was trying to take someone on? Who was trying to make something happen? Ahmad was trying it for a little bit and then he stopped. You know, we was always failing to make the right ball or the right pass. The shots were always pathetic and limp. Bruno was probably the one that had the best shots today, and some of Ahmad's shots, but the rest of them pathetic and limp shots, skewing shots, and that's one of the things that I despise in football. When you just got players who just can't hit a ball, hit the ball. The harder you hit it, the more likely you get a shot on target or score, or you cause a deflection, you get a goal. Cause a deflection, get a corner. But it's just pathetic. And when people have been chatting about us over the international break about top 4, top 5, when people have been saying, "Oh, we could be in a title challenge if X, Y, and Z happens," when people be like, "KJ, why are you being so negative? What do you mean we can only finish 8th to 6th? Now we can do it. Believe in what? We've been seeing this for the last year and a bit. We know what these guys are. We understand what this team is. Why are we gone from 15th going into the season? We have a poor start to this season. We had 5 games. We played okay, 3 wins, 2 draws, and apparently, we're back. We turned the corner. It's nonsense, man. It's absolute nonsense. This squad is not good enough. It's just simple facts. Because Terry, look at the bench. Where are the game changers? Who can we look at that bench and say, like when you come on, you can take a man on, you can cause a goal, you can get an assist with your creativity. There's nothing there. Kobe Mainoo's a midfielder who needs to get a feel of the game. We need possession of the ball with players around him. Isolated today. Mason Mount, listen, he tries, he runs, he gets into good positions to do what with the ball? There's no game changer. Those are our subs. No game changers. He had Terrell Malacia on the bench. Why? He's never going to play. You could have had Chido Obi for another option. Bring on Shea Lacey, someone who's actually going to try and do something different, because we've seen what he's been doing in the academy. He's been one of our best players in the academy for the last few years, and yet he doesn't get a chance. But yet you're talking about him, praising him. This is the game. It's 10 men. What is it to be afraid of? We have 3 centre backs against Thierry Barry and flipping Beto. What are we doing?
Barry ain't had a fucking shot on target all season. We had 3 centre backs on the fucker. I just remembered that.
This is what's happening. This is what we're doing. Barry has not had a shot on target all season. We have 3 centre backs when they had 10 men. It's a joke. And the manager today, Amorim, listen, you're proving why I don't believe. You just showed me why I don't believe you will be, in the long term, you'll be the correct guy. 5 games unbeaten is nice. I appreciate that. But you need to kick on. You need to take opportunities like this to climb up the table. Take opportunities like this to use the academy. You've got attackers injured. We can't blame you for that. But be brave. Actually have a go with the young players. Let them show them what they can do. Because I guarantee you, Chido Obi and Shea Lacey would be so much better than what we saw from Xerxes today. The great savior Xerxes, who is so much infinitely better than Sesko, the savior Xerxes, where if he was playing from the start of the season, we'll be in a title race. Yeah, that guy, he was trash. Yeah. And I was on the fence with Xerxes about Ineos transfers, Ineos flops. He's a flop. I like the guy. He seems like a great guy. Got a good vibe about him as a person. But on the football pitch from Man United, it's not good. It's not good enough. They tried to replace Martial with a taller but slower, less skillful, less physical, worse on the ball, worse heading ability, worse dribbling ability version. It's not even a B-Tech version of Martial. It's C, D, E, F version of Martial. That's what they bought. He's flopped. It's not working out. It's best for him to move on. It is just not good enough, man. This squad is not good enough. We need more. The manager needs to book up his ideas because these are the games that we have to prove to everyone that we can actually step up. Because Terry, why have we dropped more points when we have more possession than when we have less possession? We gain more points from having less possession. Now, that's great in isolation at times, right? But if you're going to climb up the league, if you're going to progress in the league, you need to be in a position where you have most of the possession, most of the time, and get most of the points. We can't have a trend where as soon as we get given the ball, we lose points automatically. It's not good enough. It's absolutely a joke, man. I'm just upset, man. I'm just disappointed.
No, Cage, I get it. I get it. And look, as you say, everyone's going to run their agenda because I can see it in my tweet about this is the irony, right? One week when I have a go at the players, like a couple of weeks ago after a draw, it's like all the Amorim outers come at me and try and slap me in the face with their willies. This week, the Amorim inners are coming at me, and I'm like, well, I have also criticised the players. Well, what else could the manager have done? There are options, and this is one thing about not bringing Lacey on. We would never have had that Kiko Makeda moment had Fergie not gone, I've got a problem with injuries and a problem on the pitch. I'm giving a young kid a chance. Who knows what a young man... By the way, Everton would have done no research on him. They have no idea what he can come on and do. Sometimes, I think this is, Garnacho in his early appearances did it. Adnan Januzaj did it. And they both faded at Man United. But when they first come into the fray, no one knows what they're doing. These little moments matter on every single level. And there was no sort of jeopardy to it because we had three centre-backs up against Barry Evans. Right. By the way, Barry Evans from EastEnders would have been more of a threat. A man who hasn't had a shot on target all season. It just can't be defended, in my personal opinion. Greg's, a long time no see, Mike. I hope you're good, mate. It's been a while. Obviously, I'd like to have seen you again under better circumstances. But what was your thoughts on tonight, mate, in terms of why was it so bad, in your opinion, and what could have been done differently?
I like today's date. Today's November 24th, 2025. I found out the stat that today's Amorim's 1 year anniversary. It's good for him. So on his 1 year anniversary, he should have coached his last game at Manchester United because the lineup from the beginning was ass, right? Like you see a Everton team that's going to obviously sit back and you go with 5 defenders. Again, constantly 2 wingbacks that are fullbacks playing. And Manchester United's winning record when we play with 2 fullbacks at wingback is terrible. It's already terrible to begin with, but it's even worse when Ahmad doesn't play wingback because we sit back. We have outlets that don't know how to be outlets because every time in that first half, from the moment that Everton went down to 10 men, it was Dorgu and Mazraoui who were just tripping over the ball, didn't put in a single good cross, and it was horrible. The midfield, he's set into this motion of constantly playing Bruno in a pivot with Casemiro. And today was a good opportunity to get away from that stigma of we have to play Bruno in a pivot. Matheus Cunha is not playing. Sesko's not available. So that means you're down 2 of your starting 3 forwards. Play Bruno, who we just saw put up a hat-trick, albeit against Armenia last week, but whatever. We know how good Bruno can be further up the pitch. Play Bruno further up the pitch and play Kobe Menu in a pivot with Casemiro. You're gonna have most of the ball. Why not play your best center mid next to Casemiro? Instead, he's set into this motion that Bruno and Menu have to play the same position. They have to be the secondary midfielder to Casemiro / Ugarte, whoever wants to be the DM. That's another issue with Amorim. Also, I saw that first half, I saw 3 left-footed players all on the left-hand side. How is that going to work? Was it Ahmad, I saw Mbemo drift over there. I saw Dorgulis over there, Luke Shaw. They all kept going to the left, and there was no angles to pass. There was absolutely nothing going on. Xerxes is a false technician. I don't know who gave him the certificate for a technician, but he definitely, I don't know, it was a Fugazi one because he was chasing his first touch all game. He's 6'4" for nothing. Great, like KJ mentioned, great person, great vibes, listens to good music, great fits, all that kind of stuff. Fantastic. But on the pitch, he's rusty. He hasn't really played much, and you saw it today with a couple good headers, but whatever, just not good enough. Lenny Yoro, great talent, all of that. That was his worst game since the Southampton game. And today reminded me of the Southampton game. United started that game the same way they started that one last year, except Ahmad didn't score a hat-trick in this one. From the first 5 minutes, even before Idrissa Gay decided to slap his teammate, everyone knew the bullshit that United was on today. We knew we were not going to win today because we looked second best from the moment that game started. And that's inexcusable after coming off an international break. Like you 5 unbeaten, whatever, this record, whatever. But you just start like that. Like no one looked like they wanted to be there. And Bruno, I like Bruno as a person. I think he's a great leader off the pitch. I think he's a fantastic human. But on the pitch in games like this, his rashness elevates. He gets more and more rash as you're chasing the game. And you don't want your captain to be like that because you saw it rub off onto the teammates. The hero ball. Alma was doing the same BS today too. He kept trying to cut in. Wasn't doing it. Didn't do enough overlaps. Every single player on that pitch was horrible. But I always go back to the manager because I'm seeing players that are not platformed to their strengths for over a year now. 1 year later, I haven't seen an evolution of the game plan. This guy before he came into the club from Sporting talked about I had to elevate my football when I come to United because this is not Liga Nos anymore. There's no evolution. It's the same style that he's playing in Sporting. He's playing now. I've never seen him change the formation. Why is Lenny Yoro in the attacking spots in the 70th minute when we're down 1-0? Why is Dallo not playing right center back? Why not have 3 fullbacks at center back? What are everything going to do? They're just going to punt the ball deep. And we actually are lucky. Our fullbacks are pretty tall, by the way. Luke Shaw is about 6'1". He's physical. Dallo's about 6'2". He can win headers. Why not just put them in the back and have them in the attacking areas? Why am I still seeing 5 defenders down 1-0? No adaptation. It's a constant adaptation issue with him. And KJ talks about he's not the right man for the job in terms of the future. He's not the right man for the job right now because we're a year later and he's at a 32% winning percentage. Yeah, we won 5 unbeaten. Yeah, we won at Anfield, which that win looks less and less impressive as the week goes by because Forrest just put 3 past them. It's not impressive to win at Anfield anymore. There's shit too. There's nothing going on with him. I try to look at the game. I'm trying to see like any patterns or anything. There's nothing other than Amad and Mbemo combining well. There's nothing. Today we kept crossing. What in your right mind makes you think that crossing against the David Moyes side with Michael Keane and James Tarkowski at the back is a smart idea? When you have
with Xerxes as our striker, it don't make no sense. But when Sesco was on the pitch, no crosses to be seen when Sesco was on the pitch.
And I see a game plan. That's not a football game plan. I see a game plan that represents basketball. And I think we've all seen the news. Manchester United are starting a basketball team. So Ruben Amorim, if you want to coach basketball, there's your future game plan. Go coach for the NBA team. But when it comes to football, there is no evolution. I can't see a simple evolution of his system that ever translates to United. Forget even competing for a title. I don't see evolution to his game plan that includes United competing for the top 4. Yeah, we're like 3 points off 4th. That's because this league has been horrific this year. I think there's one standout team this year, and that's Arsenal. I think every other team is good on its days and looks bad at their worst. And United fall into that category. But there's no system, and I think James Wilcox and Barada are afraid to sack him because they're the ones that chose him as their coach. When they sacked Ten Hag, they think that their lifeline coincides with his. But then that's on Sir Jim. You promised me the best in class. Is sitting 12th place. Is sitting tied with Everton. David Moyes took over Everton at the same time, by the way, as Ruben Amorim. He took over about the same time. I think it was about a couple weeks later. Can you tell me which team looks better?
He's won more points as well in that time. And
listen. I don't disagree with a lot of what you're saying. You know, for me, this is I struggle with the manager in and out debates as a general rule because I don't. It's about the faith in them. I said it after the Grimsby game, and it kind of got me a lot of attention from a joke perspective. It wasn't meant as a joke. Like I've already lost faith in the next guy, if that makes sense. Like I've genuinely lost faith in the next manager because my view is, and this isn't, people always view this as a defending of Amorim. It's fuck all to do with Amorim. It's just, you can sack him tomorrow. I'm not going to be excited. Does that make sense? Because it would be the same people then picking him who decided to keep Ten Hag and then put this guy in charge. So why would I have any faith in them getting it right. Imagine you go to the barber twice and he fucks your hair up, makes you look like Sloth from the Goonies, and you go for the third time to the same barber thinking, maybe this time it'll be better. That's kind of how I feel about it. But like Greg, you said a lot of things that hold a lot of water. And, you know, I love the balance of your approach there, because there are player elements to have a go at, but you are right. And today was a great opportunity. You know, there's all this talk that's come out of the club. They've done some stuff in training on 4-3-3s, and there will be an evolution. Do you know what? You're against 10 men. You got to change something. Do it now. Like now is a perfect example to try it, and he didn't. And for me, actions always speak louder than words, and it was cowardly. I think all of us have said the words. It was cowardly on every single level from him tonight. There's no doubt about that.